This is the GV Podcast, a variety review podcast featuring two of the three idiots giving their thoughts on cartoons and anime. This is an opinion-based podcast, and there's no way we're saying our thoughts and opinions are objective. Keep this in mind and enjoy the show. Did you hear the one about the skeleton who couldn't go to the dance? It's because he had no body to go with!
You've already made this joke before, and I'll kill you again.
Hello everybody, my name is Mayhem.
I'm Jinsu.
I'm Duke.
And today we're talking about the second third of the Arrancar Arc of Bleach!
Yes. Yes. So this was the season.
This is definitely one of the seasons of all time.
Yes.
This one's pretty good.
This is definitely where it started to pick back up with Bleach. Is like last season, I was not enjoying myself as much as I could have, but definitely this is the point where it finally like, okay, I'm back. I want to watch more. Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm here. And it's
Not the beginning part of it, though. Not the beginning part of it.
Not the part when the girl and the dog merge into this giant.
We're not talking Full Metal Alchemist!
No, that's the reason why I'm not watching any more of it right now.
Yeah, no, legitimately, that's the reason why he paused.
I had to stop. I could watch all of Attack on Titan, but I couldn't continue after the girl and dog.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my non-spoiler thoughts about this part of Bleach, just real quick. It's just, there's a bit more fights, and some of them actually got my attention. They actually, like, got my attention, and the whole back and forth with, like it's definitely the next part of this war where finally the other side is showing their strength.
Yeah.
That after this long time, the Arrancars have been have been brought up so much in the last one. You know, like their strength is so high tier that this second part finally shows why the other side is able to compete.
It's not copying storylines.
Yeah,
That's a bonus.
that too I'll give.
Yep.
How did you get here?
When did you get here?
I've been asleep for
10,000 years.
like a week.
Oh,
I'm ready for a week.
Were you hiding my house?
hiding in my house?
Were you just in the closet the entire time?
No, I was sleeping under the couch.
It's not a lot of space under there, dude.
It's enough for him.
You forgot to give me a blanket.
The couch doesn't have... I was gonna say, the couch doesn't have legs. Wait a minute.
Have you seen the one
Was that lump I felt last week?
Have you guys seen the one where it's the picture with that they took of somebody who didn't have a blanket and they used a pizza box as a blanket?
Yeah.
It's
Why'd
so
you take
good.
Why'd you take a picture of me?
No, that's just the standard way that you sleep.
Yes. Why did you take a picture of me?
I'm saying this as a special circumstance.
My favorite is the guy who used toilet paper.
Oh,
my
that's
favorite,
such a waste.
My favorite.
He used one square. It was 2 ply.
You know my favorite thing? The fact that we're still not talking about Bleach. No, because that happened. What it is basically...
We don't hate
We
Bleach.
forgot to give each other their blankets. Their sleepovers.
We forgot to share.
Basically, when it comes to Bleach, the reason why we have so much trouble when it comes to Bleach is just... Early Bleach has a lot of stuff that just... It's not boring. It's just you don't get into it as much.
It's of the times and how back then things were a lot slower. Like back then, I say like that's early 2000s. But things have changed so much that it's like compared to episodes of things now, like we've been watching Chainsaw Man, and how insane each episode is. How each one is like, oh my god, that was the best episode I've ever seen. Watch the next one. Oh my god! It just keeps building up and up and up. While Bleach, it's more of a gradual increase where it's taking its time. It's not always going up, but it's still progressing. It's still moving forward, but it's not increasing.
Yeah.
And that's the issue that we have, is that we are so, like we're almost like, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it right now. That we're so desensitized.
Yeah.
We're desensitized to fast-moving, fast-paced plot and episodes that when Bleach, watching this and how slow it is,
In all fairness, I don't feel it's a bad thing to say.
it's not
that
a bad thing.
We're at the
It's-
point. We're at the point where, when it comes to these shows, we expect the plot to move.
Yeah, we explain because usually we also skip a lot of filler too. So usually when we do that for more modern shows, we expect it to get right back to the increasing stakes and storyline and all that kind of stuff. But even with Bleach, it still slows down a bit, which it's not bad that it does that. It allows us to slow down and actually think
Yeah.
about what's happening. But it's kind of taking us out of it a little bit. Jinzu, what about you?
Yeah, I
Duke
heard
and
you were about
Duke-
to say something. Yeah.
Duke and I usually watch this at the same time, but I know that you watch it on your own time and have. I'm curious about you.
You have your own thoughts about Bleach, yeah.
It's been a while, I gotta admit. But I think the slow build up usually pays off eventually with Bleach.
Yeah.
So I think with the slower starts and like the layering that tight I forgot how to say his name.
Tetsukoubo, yeah.
Yeah, that he gets to do, it really pays off, and like he gets to do like crazy arcs like the Arrancar arc, where he's layered, and like this is probably one of the only stories where someone gets kidnapped and it like doesn't feel annoying that this person got kidnapped.
Yeah.
That
Like,
even
Feel
though
like a
this
helpless character.
like
Rukia got kidnapped and was like basically evicted from the story for a minute. So you wanted you agreed with the heroes or not the heroes, the protagonists to
that you
chase
were
after.
just like, oh my god, we gotta go get her back.
yeah,
We
exactly.
want her back in the plot! No, especially Mayhem.
And with
Especially.
with Orihime, they did the same thing, and this is the healer, and then she
She's also the White Knight too. So yeah,
she's the white
Yeah,
mage.
they took out the white
the
mage.
White Mage.
Don't-
White. That's I sorry wrong. I
White Knight?
misclassed.
I was gonna say, wait,
I
White
misclassed
Knight.
Orihime. Yeah, I'm sorry. Imagine her white knighting.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty
I mean,
sure I've heard White
technically-
Knight for something very negative, so...
She technically does that with Rukia.
Honestly, when you first said it, it made sense, and I was like confused. I was like, "Wait, what the hell?" Are
Wait
you
a
talking
minute.
about?
Wait a
a
minute.
second. White
That's
mage?
stupid.
Wait a second. You didn't say the word correctly. You an idiot.
Wait a minute. Dende says you don't fuck with the white mage.
And then he dies.
And then he dies.
And then he died immediately.
This time though, our white mage didn't die.
She like I find it
And
so
she had
funny
massive boobs.
with Orihime. And there's Duke.
Shut up.
And Duke finally Duke addressed the elephants in the room.
The elephants, yeah.
But Orihime, what she was been going through, that I believe we talked about before, just how she was going through this depression spiral. That she's the useless one. Like she's just like, I can't believe it. They all hate me and all that kind of stuff.
Just the entire time that she had her depression spiral. We were
And
just sitting there like,
then
Jesus
getting kidnapped.
Christ!
And that was ripe for Aizen's like type of manipulation. That he was able to just have her and her just be like, I guess I'm here now. Nothing else I can do. But then finally Ichigo just finally getting her back and just being like, you're an idiot if you think that!
Yeah. So, let's go ahead and say this. Our non-spoiler thought about the second third of Arrancar.
You're the only one who hasn't said anything yet.
Basically, my thoughts, honestly,
Alright.
is that I'm actually really happy with this arc, like this part of the arc, because the previous one really did bog me down when it came to the way that it was. It felt so much like the Soul Society arc.
Yeah, it was like setting up an entire group of people while we've already just went through learning about a whole group of people.
Not even just like the similar setup of like, oh, here's a bunch of new characters, and like repeating that.
Yeah.
No,
like-
I'm saying literal repeat of, hey, remember Kenpachi? Here's Grimjow. Hey, remember the science guy? Here's a science guy.
Ugh.
Hey, remember how he mistreated his assistants? He's mistreating his assistants. And it just kept fucking going.
It's just it was such an obvious one that after coming out of the high of the Soul Society and like knowing how these great characters were introduced and then seeing the same exact way that they were introduced just being popped up again. It was a little like that's what mainly took me out of it. But finally
I'll say that. The problem was not even just that they repeated. The problem was that was the main focus for a large part of it.
Yeah.
That became the biggest problem with when it came to Bleach. That the biggest focus they had was, hey, remember the science guy? Well, here's a science guy that's exactly like him. And that was, oh god, what was it? Like 10, 15 episodes? Just in this previous arc?
Just with him, and I was just like, move on!
Like, it wasn't even a major focus of each of those episodes. He was a minor focus in a major amount of the arc.
Yeah.
That's what the problem was. Grimmjow. Grimmjow was fun, but you still understood that he was a Kenpachi type.
Yeah, he was filling that role.
Luckily, when it came to that...
I thought the eye patch dude was the Kenpachi.
He was Kenpachi 2.0.
That's the thing.
Grimmjow was a Kenpachi, and so was that guy.
So they both... I thought Grimmjow was supposed to be a copy of...
Renji?
No, of Hitsugaya. Toshiro? The ice captain?
Really?
Because they both got the hair.
Role-wise, okay. Appearance-wise, yes. Design-wise,
maybe not
yes.
the same number, but they're both talented.
No, I would say he'd be closer to maybe...
But like, the way that he interacts with Ichigo...
He's a battle-hungry character.
He's another, like, he doesn't care about Aizen's plan, he just wanted to fight Ichigo.
I'll say that.
Kenpachi didn't care about the Soul Society killing Rukia, he just wanted to fight Ichigo.
I'll say this, when it came to Grimmjow, that was my favorite part. Like, towards the very end, that was my favorite part.
Because those kind of characters are fun!
They're very fun!
But then, the third time...
kept cutting away!
No, the third time that he pops... That character archetype pops up, that's when you go, okay.
Yeah. So, let's go ahead...
Too, but like...
Yeah.
But move on!
Now that we've mentioned it, let's go ahead and get into the story. And first bit of the story is, as Jinsu mentioned... Eye Patch Guy. I don't remember what his name was. It doesn't really matter.
Because every time he popped up, we were just like, alright, time to go get food or something.
He was such a Kenpachi.
But
not
he
even in a
as...
fun way as much. Like, he was okay, but he wasn't as fun as Kenpachi was.
It was like the Kenpachi put all of his points into strength and flaunted that. This guy put all of his points into... like magic and stuff like that.
It was still strength.
He still had the same personality, but with a different angle of it.
No,
which doesn't sound bad,
dude.
What?
It's basically a level like 20 character trying to mess up some like noobs in a game, and being like, "Yeah, look how strong I am," and then a level 50 character comes in and goes like, "You're kind of a bitch."
Yeah, you're just dumb. But yeah, so the Eye Patch Guy, he definitely just, like, every time somebody, like, got the upper hand on him, he instantly bounced back and have something stronger to go against them. But this is where we get introduced to...
I'll mention in a second.
Oh, I know. You!
But I gotta mention basically where it is we're in the story. So basically, in the previous arc, we had a fight with a character by the name of Grimmjow, one of the higher-ups of the Arrancar, and basically, Ichigo ended up beating him, and
surprise!
Yeah, in a very cool way. Yeah. Bankai, motherfucker. But
I don't think that's the name of his sword.
Visor mask.
Can you imagine just like every time in the dub, just Bankai, motherfucker?
I mean, that's how they activate it.
That's basically what it is. It's like a let's go sort of thing.
Ichigo, if he was voiced by Samuel Jackson.
Bankai, motherfucker!
But
it's like the Afro Samurai.
So yeah, no, we finally have Orihime back. That was good to see.
And then
all of a sudden, as Grimmjow is on the floor, Eye Patch Guy shows up. He's just like, at first I kind of liked him because it was like, okay, you look so stupid, I like you.
One word I would use to describe him the best is slimy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was thinking.
That fits.
It's like he's a more slimy, not like brutish sort of character, but like he's very much like he's gonna show up and you're gonna go, oh great,
yeah,
he's here now.
Yeah,
I can't believe that.
He almost fills the same kind of like niche that like Starscream has.
No.
Of like personality wise, not role wise. Of like I'm going to do this. No, but he acted like I'm gonna kill these people. Like you could hear Starscream coming out of him.
Like he's taking charge of it right now, of this situation. Like everybody there has to work under him. Like he has to be the one in charge.
He's a fucking weasel. That's what it is.
He's a slimy weasel. Yeah.
He's a slimy weasel, and so when he pops up and he's just curb stomping Ichigo, it's like okay. And...
How are you so strong? Tongue tattoo. What? Number 3.
I'm sorry. The moment you go, how are you so strong? Tongue tattoo. Wait, what?
Number 3.
Number 3. Codename Kids Next Door.
I was kind of aiming.
Character.
Yeah.
I was kind of aiming for like Billy and Mandy mixed with like Kanish Kringle.
God.
I can't wait to review
Yeah.
Chowder.
No, I can't wait to review.
Remember Chowder?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I
Remember
thought-
Kanish Kringle?
Kanish Kringle.
I thought that was a Flapjack character.
Nope, Kanish Kringle, the
No,
Santa
they're-
Claus of that world, the blue Santa Claus
Yeah.
worm.
Not to be confused for the one in Flapjack, the Santa Claus in Flapjack. That's also a monstrosity goblin creature thing.
They really hated Santa.
They were They,
Also, not to
feel-
be confused with Vampire Santa Claus from the hit popular show Billy and Mandy.
they fueled
Or
that
Choco-
fire.
Chocula.
They fueled that fire that all children who were afraid of Santa. They fueled that fire with just making Santa a goblin.
The funny thing is, you say that, I was never afraid of any of those characters.
Yeah,
Even as a little kid.
I was just like, why is he not?
They were my favorite thing is the problem. I was the opposite of, I wanted Kanish Kringle to come to my house.
You wanted the.
Yeah, no, I wanted Worm Man
Spider
to walk. I wanted Worm Man to walk through the door and just go and just present.
That's why you like that Love, Death, and Robots short with the creature that's like.
That's my favorite episode.
Who's like.
Have I shown you that bit of like Love, Death, and Robots?
Have you
What?
seen Love, Death?
There's a
and
show
Robots?
called Love, Death, and Robots, and it's an anthology show. One of the episodes is a Christmas episode where the kids, they're really excited. They go down because they see that Santa Claus is there. So they go downstairs and they see the shadow of Santa Claus, but then the shadow starts moving weird and changes shape as a fucking monster pops out.
It's like a spider.
A spider made of human hands.
Made of human hands and has like a giant mouth thing. It looks like the one of the monsters from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It walks up to the kids,
Sniffs them.
starts sniffing them, and goes, nice.
And then he pukes up a present.
No. First it walks up to the little boy, sees he's scared, and goes,
Oh, I think I remember this.
and goes, nice, Billy. And pukes up a gift, like reaches down, hands him a gift, and the kid, terrified,
After it leaves, after it like eats the
it
cookies.
scurries up the chimney, and the little boy just goes, rips open the present. It's exactly what I wanted.
And then his big sister goes, Billy,
Yeah, they go to bed.
Billy, what would have happened if we
weren't
nice?
nice. And that's the end as it zooms out of the house.
It like shows him going into the next house, and it's just like.
It's so damn funny.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Dad's up and sees that monstrosity.
And then it kills Dad.
No, it replaces Dad.
It replaces Dad.
I saw Mom kissing Santa Claus.
Oh!
I like how we all like knowing that song and like what it actually means now. I like how all of us as kids thought that meant that Mom is cheating on Dad with Santa Claus. That the fact that Santa Claus existing means more than it being your dad dressed up as Santa Claus. That it's like, Mom, you're gonna leave Dad for Santa? How could you?
Okay, I gotta say, the funniest addition I've seen to that is, I think it was an Always Sunny in Philadelphia clip.
Did you?
I think it was Charlie.
He has a reoccurring tradition for Christmas where his mom invites over Santa and his elves, and for some reason he has to go into his room and lock the door and start singing to himself so he can't hear anything, and then when they come and get him, a lot of them are already gone, but whoever's still there is still kind of weird, like they were drunk or something. And then he goes to meet Santa, and then he asks them. He
sits on his lap and he goes, "Santa, did you fuck my mom? Did you fuck my mom?"
Yeah, because the other characters go.
And he starts freaking out. "Did you fuck my mom?"
And that's Luigi.
And that guy plays Luigi.
That guy plays
Charlie Day.
Yeah.
"Did you fuck my mom?"
Because all the characters are like, Santa and his elves fucked your mom, and he's just like, Jesus. No, that's impossible. And then he finally meets Santa, and he's just like, it makes too much sense.
"Did you fuck my mom?" I just love Charlie Day. He looked like he was crying in that moment.
Yes, because he's a good fucking actor.
He's so Bleach.
Anyway, can you guys tell that we're
Charlie Day will play
Neliel to Odoschwank. What? Neliel to Odoschwank.
I prefer Tanya Degorachov.
So, Ichigo is getting curb stomped into the corner, and Nell, the little fun sidekick character that was in the previous
that's literally 8 inches tall.
8 inches tall, could fit in your shoe.
No, fit in your pocket in the same way that Finn has the pocket for Jake.
Yes. And so Nell manages to get pissed and goes Super Saiyan, which implies massive Bahanga Hongadlers.
Pulls a Dragon Ball GT Goku transforming from kid form to Super Saiyan.
Sorry, let's say it more accurately. She pulls a Yoruichi.
Yeah, she reveals that she's the Yoruichi of this arc.
Which I'm not opposed to.
Except for the part that it was, instead of cat to human, it's child to adult.
So, Neliel to Odoschwank. Let's talk about how she then pops out and starts toying with Eye Patch Dude of, "I'm going to curb stomp you into the ground as hard as you did, Ichigo." And he's like, "Kill me then! Kill me!" And she's like, "How about no?"
How about I just, for some reason, after she does all these crazy moves and, powers up, and, her release of her thing makes her a centaur creature thing, and somehow, for some reason, she just transforms back into the kid and is just, done.
Well, I'm done.
And then we get
the Digimon phases, bro.
Yeah.
Then we get...
She had the 30-minute time limit as Gogeta.
Yeah, so she went back to base Super Goku.
Yeah.
So we get a little bit more of curb stomp with Ichigo of I'm gonna keep going back. I'm gonna go back and start kicking his ass again.
And then he has one of his guys just be like, "Hey, go and re-kidnap Orihime." "On it, sir."
Yeah.
And then just takes her. It literally just takes her.
Yeah, no, and he's just standing there. "I got her." And then to finish off the curb stomp, someone shows up to save Ichigo finally. And this is the point when the show finally becomes good again.
As Duke's favorite character pops up.
Kenpachi Zaraki!
The real Kenpachi Zaraki.
Yeah!
And for a bunch of other characters, them having their own scuffles and stuff like that, captains from the Soul Society show up there as well, yeah. And we actually get another person that shows up in the B fight that's happening. The scientist guy from the Soul Society. I can't remember his name. But the robot guy.
God, I always forget his name. Mitsumi?
Maybe?
What was the name of the scientist clown dude? Mitsumi, right?
I think we're asking the wrong person.
No. It's
just, God.
That guy.
Nah, fuck it. Let's look it up.
But yeah, he shows up, and it's kind of oh no, the last time we saw him, he was an asshole and had to be defeated.
Oh, I'm still an asshole.
And then turns out, yeah, he is. But he's also on the side but he still, like, sees the Arrancar.
I'm still kind of paid to do this.
Yeah.
I'm still an asshole, but I'm on your side this time.
But I'm still gonna be an asshole. You don't have to worry about a thing.
Don't worry. Mayuri.
Mayuri.
I thought it was like Mitsumi. It was like, no, it's Mayuri. Yeah, Mayuri.
He's Mayuri!
I'll say this. Once again, this was my thought previously, because I've seen later parts, so I've only seen a few bits of Clown Dude up to that point. But my previous thoughts when it came to Mayuri was that I liked him. I thought he was a weird, interesting character.
He's one of those villains that, like, he's a villain archetype that when it shows up, you're just like, okay, yeah, I'm okay seeing him lose. And then all of a sudden, when he's on your side, you're just like, oh, he's still strong.
You're just in there, we unlocked the boss character as a playable character.
And he was actually still good.
And he's still good. Galactus didn't shrink.
Yeah.
You've seen that, right? You've seen that, right?
I have not.
In the Lego Marvel game, when you unlock Galactus, he shrinks back down. He shrinks
down to a regular minifigure size. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Speaking of that game, I gotta say the greatest thing ever. I've wanted to share this little fact because it's always made me laugh. The final unlockable character, if you get all the unlockable stuff,
yeah.
The secret unlockable character is Stan Lee, and he can turn into the Hulk.
Yes.
Nice.
But with Stan Lee head.
Good.
So, Mayuri has perhaps my favorite moment because of the fact that he gets to finally erase a character from the plot.
Yeah, he doesn't have to hold back because they're the protagonist, like one of the protagonists, and he can't kill somebody who's the main part of the story. So when he finally gets to let loose and just kill them. What?
Footloose?
Everybody.
It's kung fu fighting.
Kung fu fighting.
I like how we like you both just took it in two different directions. You got Footloose and everybody's kung fu fighting.
But yeah, Mayuri shows up, faces the scientist guy that I hated in the previous arc.
Yeah, so we get like a dual fight between those two, and then Eye Patch and Kenpachi. So it's like
he shows up and goes, "It's a shame that Steve Jobs died of Ligma."
Who's Ligma?
Steve Jobs.
All right, Dr. Manhattan.
When you said that, I said, okay. So I guess I'm going this way now.
Yeah. I knew exactly which one you wanted to do, so I was like, how can I change it? I can't believe that he would do that to me.
But, yeah, no, he dies in a horrifying manner that I'm very happy that he died that way. Yes. Specifically, basically pain of 1,000 years in stasis.
Yeah, 1,000 years in 1 second.
Who?
The scientist guy. My hero.
Oh yeah.
Maya he, Maya ha, Maya.
Maya who?
1,000 years in a second, so he just crumbles to dust.
Yeah, so he's kill me, please.
Not even that. No, it's 1,000 years, and he's just stuck there at all times. Just stuck permanently. As a sword, he slowly feels the pain of a sword entering his chest.
Yep.
Horrifying. I love it.
And meanwhile...
Oh, absolutely despicable. I love it.
Absolutely despicable. I appreciate it.
And meanwhile, we've got Byakuya, who faces off against somebody who is planning to just kill Rukia. It was Terry Crews, specifically.
It was Terry Crews, but kind of, like, stretched. Like, his head was, like, very long.
So anyway, it was Terry Crews, and... but this character shows up, tries to kill Rukia. Byakuya goes, you're a bitch. And he just explodes out of nowhere. Yeah, it's crazy.
Byakuya just stops, like, messing around and then uses his overpowered ability.
Reminder, I'm overpowered. Gone.
And then just Kenpachi just having fake out after fake out of the back and forth with them, just like, I'm defeated! No, I'm not. I stabbed you in the eye patch! It's a shame that that's where the hole in my body is.
I'll say Kenpachi's fight was very fun. I know you had mixed opinions because of the fact that it just kept going.
It was the same guy as before,
but it just kept
going.
It kept making me laugh how much it was going. Because it was
like,
very obviously Kenpachi having fun.
It was also just like the two kids that are just like, I got you, no, I got you, no.
It so was, and that's my favorite part about it. Like, no, my favorite part though, they both knock out each other's what was it? Their eye patches.
Oh yeah.
To reveal like a different thing.
There's a hole there, so when you stab me there, nothing happens. And then Kenpachi, I've been released.
Yeah, no, that was the best part of just Kenpachi just like, oh, I stabbed you in the eye. No, you didn't. You're a bitch. Huh? And then he tries to do the same to him. Oh, what's your secret? Do you have a hole there? No. It just releases my power. Oh no! I'm going to die now!
I'm going to die!
It was so funny the way it did that.
Oh, I'm so glad that it did.
Then eventually he just kills him.
Finally!
Same with that assistant from earlier. I even forgot to mention that. There was the assistant who turned into a giant bull pig person.
Who looked awesome, yeah.
He looked awesome, and then Kenpachi just goes, no! Ah! And just cuts him in half, brutally. Anyway, we have Ichigo. Now that everyone is safe, basically that area is dealt with.
Like they get back,
and Ichigo's just like, okay, so are we gonna go deal with this now? And then Aizen, I'm gonna take your bitch again.
Yeah, like after Kenpachi kills the assistant, Orihime starts healing Ichigo while during the fight, and the second that the fight is over. The second the fight is over.
No, you're the example of Orihime here. You've been bitch-napped.
The second the fight is over, Aizen's just like, Orihime, I'm taking this.
Yeah.
For no reason in particular.
Literally no reason, because he even says, like, a moment later, I kind of just brought her because I felt like it.
Yep.
And so...
And then they begin...
kill her any second.
They begin their assault on Karakura Town. I know the reason why I
remember
remember that.
You realize we're just gonna go ahead and kill all the people in your town and use that as an excuse to destroy Soul Society.
Like we're gonna use their souls to power up the thing.
Hogyoku.
That. Don't ask me to say it.
Hogyoku.
Go.
Hogyoku.
Ku.
Okay, by the way, I gotta say, the way you said it made me laugh because it sounded like a certain joke with Kobani, if you know what I mean, from Chainsaw Man.
Careful.
I know what I said.
Do you regret it yet?
Not at all.
Damn it!
I never do. You asked me if I regret certain things I've said? No! Part of the time because I don't remember what I said.
Oh, I remember.
All your favorite characters die.
Everyone dies.
Everyone dies. Everyone dies. Jinsu dies.
Can you imagine like making a parody episode of something where it's just like, and now to kill everyone, and literally the next episode released is literally just
everyone dies.
No, it's just a bunch of establishing shots that has no actual characters in there, and it's just a bunch of them a bunch of those angles just cutting back and forth for like 10 minutes, and then the video ends. So literally nobody's on screen.
Everyone's dead.
It's just like, what do you expect? Like everybody to come back or something? That's
in the description it just says, well, what do you expect? Everyone's dead.
It's like the end of Infinity War, but everybody's just but there is no other movie after that.
So setup is Karakura Town being attacked by Aizen and crew
in full force.
More Arrancar are now here. Also, we've got set up in Hueco Mundo. Ulquiorra is in charge of watching over Orihime.
Who is that again?
Ulquiorra is the guy with the white skin.
The white
bat.
Pale skin with the samurai hat?
The bat.
Yes.
With the green eyes.
Batman?
No.
He's
Bruce
Batman.
Wayne?
No.
Patrick Bateman?
No.
No.
The fact that you just spoiled that he's a bat?
What?
His transformation doesn't show up yet.
You haven't seen him?
That'll do, Jinsu. That'll do.
Every time, dude. Every time.
That'll do, Jinsu.
Hey, you know the funniest part?
What?
Guess what one of the early episodes is? when we come back.
Is it?
Like a certain other character that got spoiled. Dude, second time with Arrancar that you come in and do that spoiler. Previously, you went in and went, oh, like how Nelliel turns into Big Lady? And then he was just like, I was right! But then you come in now and go, oh, like how Ulquiorra can transform
Into a bat?
I don't even know how to describe what Ulquiorra's transformation is, but we already know that they all transform.
Yeah.
No, I would say he's closer to a fucking Lucifer type, is the way he looks.
Jitsu, that's hilarious.
He's a bat. Green eyes.
Anyway.
It's not like I'm going to be able to tell that they are green eyes.
We could have just left it at white skin because he knew who it was.
That's hilarious.
Anyway.
I'm not upset at all.
I'm not either,
honestly. You've done it so many times now that it's just hilarious. that you've just completely spoiled something. You're just like, yeah. No! Is the One Piece real, Jinsu?
The One Piece is real.
There's gonna be
Careful, you're about to be cut into 2 pieces. I know you. I know the joke you're about to make. I know exactly the words in your mind as they're being formulated. Oh. Shut the fuck up.
It's a shame that we have to be in this isolated room, because usually, a lot of the time, this is a behind-the-scenes thing, where anytime that they talk about anything spoiler-related, I just have to leave.
Yeah, no, that's just a fact.
I just have to leave.
No, the funny thing is, just I saw the wheels turning, and then I saw what was being produced, what words were being produced, and I was just like, no! I see them! No! I see those words in your head!
Boofy doesn't...
Make them stop!
Stop referencing Boofy!
No, the One Piece is not real!
Just
stab you.
dies.
Jinbei. But he's my Jimbo dad.
Yeah.
Ain't that quacking crazy?
God,
Also,
I thought you were gonna go for a joke with, like, the name of, like, Jinbei and, like, say he's your Jinbei or something like that. And
it was
just
too obvious!
Yeah, and you just didn't. And so, Ulquiorra is in control of Hueco
By in control, I mean, it's more of just, like, he's just hanging out in the throne room with Orihime and just like, hey, what's up?
Meanwhile, we got Katakura Town is getting set up as basically...
There's gonna be a massacre! Oh my god! But turns out, it was
shit ain't gonna happen to the town because...
It was anticipated.
Pillars. Because of towers that look oddly similar.
4 of them.
4 of them! 2 sets of twins, you could say!
Why do you say words?
Wait, what?
Why do you say words?
Just towers, 2 sets of them that are similar. You know, you could say twin-like even.
Why do you say words? Why do you even speak?
Man, that tower got pretty well damaged. So anyway, let's get to it.
Was there a second Arrancar?
Oh no! I can't believe at the very center. Pentagonal building.
Zanpakutos can melt steel beams.
I think what's his name, Yamamoto would disagree with that statement.
Oh,
you forget that his power is fire.
The fact that I don't even know who that is.
Old man.
Old man.
I've said it so many times. Yamamoto is the old man.
So to bring it back to Bleach, so it turns out Aizen's attack on the human world was anticipated, and as Old Man and a bunch of all the other captains that were there, are lined up perfectly, as they've laid a perfect trap for Aizen and his Arrancars.
But before that, let's go back 100 years.
No! But like, damn it! But as it turns out that they replaced that area with like an empty version of the town, and everybody that lived in this like cage
all
area.
All thanks to Unahara.
Yeah, all thanks to Bucket Hat. Was like everybody else was transported to the Soul Society.
For a reason.
Everybody was transported to the Soul Society in a safe way so that they could be like out of harm's way. And Aizen went, "Ha! I guess I just gotta do things backwards now, where I kill all of you in the real world.
You knew my plan, but I knew that you knew, but I knew that you knew that.
But I knew that you knew that I knew that you knew. Your next words will be...
Yes! Your next words will be that 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 your next words will be...
God, I bit my fucking tongue! Your next words will be... Well, your next words will be... Oh, no!
How funny would that be if it was just your next words will be, and it's just like your next words will be, your next words will be, your next words will be.
Joseph got
just
really
because
good.
He started predicting further.
Joseph just got really good at predicting what people would say.
Yeah.
After like a lot of guessing, when he first started doing that, everybody just got really tired.
Remember those?
After
remember
several
those
years
two,
of trolling people.
Yeah.
remember that Sphinx-like character from Adventure Time, and how like the two psychics that basically froze each other in time permanently.
Huh?
Did you forget the psychic battle?
Yes.
Goldio or something like that. The pink had the eyeball. Remember that terrifying?
Oh, Goldio or whatever.
Yeah,
Golio or whatever. Yeah, and
Goliad.
Like, Goliad, yeah.
Remember that? That's the thing I imagine, but with like Joseph Joestar, just him frozen there.
And then no, it's Joseph and Dio just going. I know that you knew that I knew that you knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joseph becomes young again.
Oh yeah, that thing.
To the Alessi shadow.
Yeah, but Princess Bubblegum's child.
Yeah.
And then the other one that was Finn's child.
Yeah.
And then Ichigo.
And they slayed the Jaguar.
So yeah, like so bringing it back, that the captains of the Soul Society they were prepared, and so now it becomes a defense of the four towers. To the Arrancars are trying to destroy it to be able to escape and be able to go and kill everybody in the Soul Society, and obviously it's the captains defending those. So we get a bunch of skirmishes in between there. There's some pretty cool fights, some cool like seeing a bunch of new Arrancars and all that kind of stuff, seeing them fight.
When it comes to, honestly, the segment that is with Karakura Town, there's not much to mention, but that's because of the fact that it's a lot of just characters fighting.
A lot of characters that it's just like, who was their... What was their name?
Yeah, don't remember the name, but hey, at least it was a cool fight.
They had a cool fight.
But the thing that you just skipped was Urahara's backstory.
Yeah, after doing
right before all the fights, it goes, let's take this back 100 years. And we get to see how Urahara was banished from Soul Society, and it was all because of Aizen.
All because of Aizen, because even as a lieutenant, he always had the plan to betray the Soul Society and become Arrancar and all that kind of stuff. He always had that plan.
Yep. And turns out we get to see the backstory as well of the Visored, that group of the Soul Reapers that helped out Ichigo in the previous arc.
That allowed him to
master his hollow form.
Yeah.
And so they have a whole thing where basically...
We get to see Yoruichi!
Yes, that as well. Basically what we got to see was they were turned into hollows as an experiment by Aizen.
Yeah, he was testing out.
When it came to who was to blame, it fell on Urahara, because it was like, you think we wouldn't go for the mad scientist type?
The guy that was absolutely been studying hollows, and these people got turned into hollows.
Yeah. And so it's like, shit, not much I can argue there, but I'm still gonna escape and try to help out these people, so goodbye.
And Yoruichi's just like, I call bullshit, and she's the only one that's actually right.
Yeah. Yoruichi manages to save Urahara, and all
the Visored.
Yeah, so everybody manages to go to the living world to escape death, basically.
But escape death, but in exile. So
death and exile.
In exile.
Death in exile. No, like some of them were going to be put in prison. Some of them were going to be put to death
because they're hollows.
Yeah, but
not anymore.
We go to living world and go back to present day after having that whole setup. It was really cool, honestly. And after getting all that set up, we get all these different fights. Honestly, I will just say there's a bunch of really cool fights, and that's kind of where it ends off. because you can mention any major fights you want to talk about. Because there's not any, like, crazy, like, oh, here's major details we gotta talk about kind of moments.
The only last thing that happens is just Ichigo finally, like, goes to fight the pale guy.
Yeah.
To finally save Orihime once and for all. Blah.
Meanwhile, some of the major fights that were in this arc included stuff like a bunch of different lieutenants and like higher ups of the Soul Society,
like them
ended up protecting the 4 towers, and in those moments was pretty cool. Had some pretty cool fights there. Like one guy,
he turned into a giant whale thing. That was like really cool.
Yeah, there was a bad guy that turned into a whale thing. Meanwhile, one of the fights that was pretty cool was like there was the blonde guy from. There was the blonde guy who was friends with Momo, who was basically what was it? Homestuck syndromed by Aizen.
Oh yeah,
there was that guy who had a really cool moment where he fought his opponent, beat his ass, and then goes with his weapon because it's shaped like a hook, basically. Yeah. It's like uncomfortably shaped like a hook. And so he just goes, okay, dealing with this, and just takes off his head.
And then there's the fight that we somehow blocked from our memory, that it's the flamboyant guy from Kenpachi's unit fighting Sailor Moon meets Cars from JoJo Part 2.
Yeah. There was a guy who looked like Cars.
But also he was dressed like Sailor Moon.
And his transformation was Sailor Moon. Yeah.
He was fun. It was the most insane thing I've ever seen. And I never wanted to see it again.
Wait, put it up. I want to see it.
Oh, well, here you go. So,
find it real fast for him.
Okay.
I don't even remember the character's name.
I gotta find the character.
I'm gonna be looking away from the screen while you do it. But yeah, this whole, like, everybody had, like, a lot of these characters that were set up in the Soul Society had a lot of cool moment that, like, they got their chance to have a cool moment. That's what it was.
Yeah, don't look.
Where everybody was just, what is that? Oh my god.
Looking up Kenpachi.
Why looking up Kenpachi?
To find what the other guy's name is. Don't look at the screen. Trust me. You really need to look away right now.
You really need to
you
look
don't
away.
Have eyes.
I don't.
You don't have eyes.
Wow. I don't.
He doesn't have eyes.
But yeah, it's like, but one of them, I can't remember, who was the one that failed and their tower got destroyed?
Bald dude.
Baldy, yeah, he from Kenpachi's unit, who is, like, he's like a background main character, like a background side character. He doesn't appear that much, but when he does, I love him. He absolutely fuels the, like, he's definitely a disciple of Kenpachi. He follows Kenpachi the most. They're whispering to each other about things that I'm not allowed to know about.
Not him, right? Not that? I think it might... Yeah. That one? No. That one?
No.
That's definitely not him.
It's like the third guy.
No.
It's like the third guy.
Yeah, that's Kenpachi.
Third seat.
Should be this guy?
Why does he look like that?
Go up. It is him.
That is him. Yes, that is him.
Okay, he just looked weird.
You picked him the first time.
The flamboyant guy.
Why are we looking him up?
Because you're looking... The guy that he fights.
Ayasagawa.
Okay, Ayasagawa, okay. I had to get the name.
It's these two putting their brain cells together. It's always so fun to see.
Now I gotta find that one Arrancar.
Who's punching me?
I'm not.
I'm sad. It's not ASMR enough.
Arrancar.
Ow.
Sailor Moon.
Perfect.
We need to play Street Fighter. You need to learn.
Do you want that? Do you want that to be a video where it's just like everybody just watching me try and play a game that I don't play?
When Street Fighter 6 comes out, sure.
I know.
With bearded Ryu. I tried Tekken. I'm not good at it.
There we go.
Tekken is so hard.
Yeah.
Oh, don't pull up the video. See, yeah, there's the lips.
Oh, this is
Cars.
Cars, Sailor Moon.
And then he just he's like he can't look at him. Look at me. I can't look. There we go. Here we go.
Oh, you want to see the
God damn it.
transformation?
Pull up when he transforms. Look at them lips.
And the lacy top.
There it is. Yes, there it is.
Go back.
He turns into
Go back.
that. Wait, go back. Yeah, go back. And it's like, oh, transformation. Oh my god! It looks so ridiculous, but now you see it with Sailor Moon meets Cars.
Yeah.
He's back!
It led to a pretty cool moment.
And then he was able to show off his power because...
I think that's the first time in one of our recording sessions where I actually popped up a video mid-recording.
That it was necessary, and then now Jinsu gets to suffer all over again with us.
So funny.
It was very funny.
Such a funny fight.
But yeah...
That's awesome.
That was a fight. That whole Sailor Moon fight. That was interesting.
That was basically the whole story.
Yeah. Other than that, we also had the guy with the 69 on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a whole moment where he showed off his weapon, and it was like, wait, why don't you use your weapon more often? Because I don't like it. Look at it. It looks like it's meant for killing people. And it's like, oh, okay, that's a cool moment. And like, yeah, it's basically like the scythe thing.
Yeah.
So I like that. He had a cool moment. Bald guy has his fight. He loses because he doesn't want to reveal his
because they
stuff.
follow Kenpachi too much in that they don't, because like Kenpachi has like a abusive relationship with his sword, with his Zanpakuto, and so his obviously those that follow him are going to like emulate what he does. So when they have their own powers and stuff like that, but it's not literally just strength, like just overwhelming strength. It's actually like a magic sort of thing that they rely on their sword for. They hate it.
Yep.
They resent it because that's what they were taught.
Yep.
Which I do find very interesting.
Characters that refuse to use magic. So stupid. When you're in a system
that
has magic.
It's like in Dark Souls when you
refuse to
why
use
would
magic.
I use magic when
Man,
I have
only
sword?
an idiot would never use magic in a game where magic's available.
The only magic in a Dark Souls Elden Ring that I use is the fireball. And then when I beat the game and have every item in the game and have so much stats that it's just like, I might as well start using it.
You just start abusing your sword, got it.
No, I use the weapon arts, I use those.
No, I was gonna say, you just pull a full Kenpachi just in Elden Ring, somehow you're just calling your sword a bitch.
If I start doing this to my swords in games, you'll just know that it's not me anymore and just kill me. If I abuse my sword in the same way that
because then I'll know that you're a Nosuke, and then I'll just keep you.
You'll fuel the fire, yeah.
I'll fuel the fire.
But yeah, like they're really good characters, and then I see how they treat their swords, and I go, ah!
Yeah, I was gonna say two of your favorite characters, and they end up being characters that abuse their swords.
Yeah, abuse their signature weaponry. And I'm just like, I can't believe it. This entire area, like this entire arc, like this part of this arc, is so character driven. Like character, like they carry it.
I was gonna mention my other favorite character, Wolf Guy, pops out.
Wolf Guy, yeah.
Yeah, the Wolf Guy pops out, and he shows off his Bankai once more, which is a kaiju.
No, he's not wolf. He's a fox.
Nope, he's a wolf.
Is he?
He is a wolf.
I thought like everybody always calls him a fox.
Well, I think fox is also partially meant as an insult of like calling him small.
Yeah.
You smaller.
But I'm still upset that it's like, yes, his secret's out, but put back on the Crusader bamboo helmet.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought too.
It's awesome. But yeah, his like superpower is to make a giant samurai armor thing. And it's the perfect counter to fight a guy who turns into a giant whale beast.
Yeah.
It's the perfect counter. And then to like put it away.
He's a wolf.
To put it away, like him to like depower down him and his samurai thing, like imitate each other as they sheath their sword.
And it was so cool.
It's really cool.
Who?
The wolf guy. The wolf captain.
Apparently he's occasionally mistaken for a dog.
For a hound.
Oh, the Shiba Inu captain.
He's just Doge!
Yes.
Oh my god, I guarantee you look it up and somebody's definitely put Doge's head on him.
Sajin Komamura.
Because it's the problem that when he was first introduced, the voice actor, when we were first watching it in Japanese, his voice actor was always shouting, Tosen! Yes!
Bankai!
Bonka.
Amazing.
Oh, that's so funny.
And that is now the picture for this episode.
Oh, it might be. Yeah.
Yes, please do that. But a lot of the characters, like, they didn't have a lot of time, but when they do show up, you're just like, oh, they're back! Yeah! Bonkai Tengen Mio.
I love that they changed it. That even the fucking
It's got a bed also! That's dedication right there.
Yeah. But, yeah. So, we get that fight, and then we get a fight that, it was fine, but it was basically just a 3-on-1 fight with a collection of, I hate to say, it was just a collection of just mean girls. That's all they were.
Oh yeah, and then they summoned a full-on cryptid.
Yeah, and then they summon
the Wendigo.
The Wendigo. Yeah.
And everybody, all the captains and lieutenants from the Soul Society see that, and they're just like,
oh! That's a fight. That's a fight right there. And he almost wipes out a bunch of people.
Yeah, but turns out they're too weak to fight him, and so who has to step in?
God damn it, children! Yamamoto gotta step in this bitch! And Old Man steps back into the fight, and he has a very cool moment of just burning the thing alive.
Yeah.
And that's, once again, basically where it ends.
Every time it shows him, the old man, when his cane transforms into the sword, every time that happens, it's one of those, alright, let's see how awesome he is this time!
Pretty damn cool. Awesome.
But wait.
Duke, we saw no other episode. So anyway, what do you think of the characters?
Duke, we saw one more episode.
No, we didn't.
The only filler episode.
What did you think of the characters this arc?
We saw the only filler episode we were willing to watch, and it just so happened to be the beach episode.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way you gently said it. Let's go. It was perfect.
Well, he's about to go into like the where the caterpillar goes into hibernation.
Yeah. So
metamorphosis.
I'm metamorphosing.
Takes off his jacket and you see wings spout.
I can't wait to marble size all over you guys.
I'm sick of your shit.
I hope that the sword coming out of the sheath was audible enough.
I know the scream was.
Yeah, the scream definitely is, yeah.
But anyway.
The beach episode where...
So how'd you guys feel about characters this arc? Just cut off your beach episode.
I sure loved re-meeting the 11 captains of the Shinobi, of the...
Was there any major character you thought was notable enough to mention?
The scientist guy, the clown.
Okay.
Mayuri
had cool moments where he was able to show that he's able to be a protagonist.
He's actually in the same way that I enjoy Buggy the Clown.
Yeah, Rangiku had some pretty cool moments in that beach episode. Yeah.
Die.
Beach. But there's not much we can mention character-wise because some characters had cool moments, but it wasn't really meant as introduction to a bunch of cool characters. The only character I'm excited to see, honestly, is just an old man who popped out from the Arrancar.
Yeah,
because
what is the first thing you do when he shows up? He makes a bone throw and then sits down. And it's just like, all right, everybody, go and attack.
Honestly, when it came to the old man, the moment that he popped out, the first thing I went was, "Old man!"
Because it's the classic anime thing where the old guy is really strong.
Dude, Sir Morgott got the cane sword.
Yeah, the cane sword, yeah. Foul tarnished.
The cane sauce. The Raising Cane sauce.
Have you been to Raising Cane's? The best sauce I've ever had.
Unfurl the 3 fingers.
And pick up this 4-piece chicken tender meal. Don't be afraid. You can substitute the coleslaw for another piece of bread. The fries are also crinkle cut.
You can also ask to toast
Traitors, all of them!
both sides of the toast.
You can even
Both.
get a gallon of sweet
Both.
tea and a side of sugar.
And a whole thing of cane sauce for like $5. They give you like a whole jug of it. You can
you can drink it like the moonshine, like what's that type of glass bottle, the big one, the big jug.
the growler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where you just like hold it on like your arm and you drink it like you drink it backwards.
Growler.
Did you know that Jinsu? Did you know that Duke is dead? Because he hasn't said anything in 5 seconds.
He's been lying over there unconscious for a while.
He needs to
I
rest.
don't know if we've been recording this whole time or if he paused it.
No, I deleted everything.
I mean, we're over an hour in recording, so.
Oh, good. Okay, let's end. So
final
character-wise,
thoughts,
when it comes to this,
I think Pikachu is probably the best One Piece Straw Hat.
Yes, his voice. Yes, Chopper is absolutely the best.
No, Pikachu.
No, Pikachu. Oh, sorry. I didn't know that that Chopper was a regional variant of Pikachu.
Now I'm turning this off. I'm done.
It's the mountain variant.
We're also very close to the mic, Jinsu.
I can turn into Ash.
Do you know what that means?
And
We're both very close
stop.
to the same mic.
Export, delete.
You know what that means?
1 year.
You're invading my personal space.
You'll get over it. It's fine.
I'm gonna make you watch JoJo if you don't stop.
Part 2 again! Yeah!
I'm gonna make you
gonna-
watch part 1.
I'm gonna make you read Chainsaw Man.
No, I gotta finish Berserk.
I'm gonna make you read Full Metal Alchemist.
I gotta finish
I'm
Berserk.
gonna make you watch Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah, there you go.
I asked my mom, and she went, "Why are you asking me this? You're an adult. Why?"
What are your thoughts on this third of Bleach?
I-
This third of Arrancar.
Like I enjoy the reintroduction of certain characters into more of the positive light. That like obviously we had this group of the captains and lieutenants from the Soul Society that were helpful to Ichigo before, but now the fact that everybody's on the same side. We finally have this like revamped version of the Soul Society that we're introduced to, that all the captains, all the lieutenants, everybody's working together to take down Aizen and his Arrancars. Everybody just coming back and just being like, alright, let's get this asshole and defeat him. Oh god, he's got an army, it's not just him. We gotta figure out what to do. We gotta defend this stuff. Oh, here's some interesting fights. Did you just smell his finger? What just happened?
I was waiting for.
Slowly, just.
I was basically waiting for the moment you were done to just go. I was waiting. I was like, he's having a good point. He's having a good point.
The only thing that I want to say is just Nell was very much. I got blueballed on her being like a really like strong in the story character.
Her hair was green. We're the green villains.
Yeah. So,
I
your
think
final thoughts?
that's a good note to end the episode on.
Arrancar.
No, imagine if that was the only thing you said the entire time. Where it's just
Her hair
like,
was green.
your hair was
Green.
green!
We're green. Bye. So, what are your final thoughts on this part of Arrancar? So it'd be Urahara's backstory, the basically Kenpachi fight, and a bit of Karakura Town stuff.
I'm glad certain characters are fleshed out more, and I'm glad to see this story kind of like have its subtlety like starting to like come up more, and pay off a bit better. And I'm excited for what's gonna come up next.
Yeah.
And no one will die.
No one.
No one you like will die.
My final thoughts. I'm excited for what's to come.
Yes.
Honestly, that's what it is. This was fine. I'm excited for what comes next. Any thoughts with Mayhem?
Do you think Ichigo would go to Raising Cane's or Chick-fil-A? Because we all know where Orihime would go. To hell.
Because she got kidnapped.
Because she got kidnapped in Huecamundo.
The hell.
Unfortunately, my question is more of just why can't we go watch more right now?
Let's go watch some more right now.
Thanks for the input, Duke.
Look, it's crocodile
what's
as
next?
a whammon.
Oh, that's its original form.
Anyway, so what's next? We've got more Arrancar.
Hey!
The last bit of Arrancar.
The final bit of this war between Aizen and the Soul
which
Society.
I am very excited for. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Culmination.
That is literally the best thing I've ever seen.
What is it?
It's Chopper dressed as Buggy the
Oh.
Clown.
That's great.
Chopper dressed as Buggy the Clown is something I never knew that I needed so badly in my life.
Okay, I'm
like-
ending it.
So, like I said,
Let's watch-
Pikachu is the best Straw Hat.
Let's watch the beach episode again!
What?
Any objections?
I'll see you guys next week. I'm going to sleep.
If you want to see more of our content, you can find our YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter on our Linktree at linktree/greenvillains. That's linktr.ee/greenvillains.